Chief Minister Manish Sisodia arrested. The AAP is crying foul, but has the party lost the anti-corruption plank that it started off with? What's the future of Kejriwal's party? But first, the 9 headlines at 9. The CBI gets 5-day police custody of Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia in the Delhi liquor case. AAP protests calls it an emergency-like situation in the country. A street showdown breaks out over Sisodia's arrest as AAP workers clash with the Delhi police, several detained. AAP says party born from an Andolan won't back down. The BJP says AAP can no longer claim to be anti-corruption. It's been exposed. India Today Axis My India exit poll projects a BJP win in Tripura. The NDPP-BJP alliance set to form a government in Nagaland. The ruling NPP leads the race in Meghalaya in what could be a hung assembly. Prime Minister Yediyurappa Bonhomme in Shivamoga, Karnataka triggers a big buzz ahead of the elections. Is this a clear message that Yediyurappa remains BJP's Neta number 1 in Karnataka? Supreme Court extends Congress leader Pawan Khera's interim protection over remarks against the Prime Minister. Khera was deplaned and arrested last week for his Gautam Das jibe. One of the accused in the Umesh Pal murder killed in an encounter in Prayagraj by the UP police. This is days after Yogi Adityanath's Mitti Mein Mila Denge warning. Supreme Court junks a plea seeking to restore names of places changed by invaders, says country cannot remain a prisoner of the past. Saurav Ganguly says it could take Rishabh Pant at almost 2 years to return to the team. The wicketkeeper batsman is still in recovery after the horrific car crash he was in December 2022. And Air India puts a price tag of $70 billion on its mega order of 470 aircraft. Says deliveries will begin this year and continue for the next 10 years. Hints at the Vistara brand being let go of after integration. But our top story tonight, the big political dangle of Delhi. The CBI has got 5-day custody today of Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. The arrest of Sisodia in a liquor case virtually cripples the Delhi government, as the Aam Aadmi Party leader was in charge of as many as 18 departments. More importantly for the Aam Aadmi Party, the arrest could neutralize its anti-corruption crusader image that it was born with. Arvind Kejriwal's party claims the arrest is to divert attention from the Adani stock meltdown. A day after Mr. Sisodia was first arrested by the police, the political battle lines are drawn in the national capital. It's our top story tonight.
The Aam Aadmi Party is under siege. Arvind Kejriwal's party is fighting a battle on multiple fronts in what is probably the biggest crisis it has faced since coming to power in Delhi. A Delhi court on Monday sent Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia to 5 days in CBI custody in the liquor scam. Arguing for Sisodia's custody, the CBI claimed in the court that the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister was not cooperating with the investigation. The CBI claimed forensic analysis of Sisodia's computer has revealed information about kickbacks in the range of 5 to 12%. Sisodia's lawyers argued that he had presented himself before the CBI whenever he was asked to. The Deputy Chief Minister claimed that the liquor policy was approved by the LG. Aam Aadmi workers meanwhile hit the streets in Delhi and other cities of the country. Party took out a march to BJP headquarters in the national capital, which was blocked by the police and the Rapid Action Force. In the crackdown that followed, Aam Aadmi Party leaders claimed that the police entered their party office premises. Aam Aadmi Party is claiming the arrest of Sisodia is to divert attention from their demand from probe into Adani share meltdown, prompting a sharp counter-attack from the BJP.
अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति की पत्नी हिंदुस्तान आती है तो कहती है हमें अरविंद केजरीवाल के स्कूल देखना है, मनीष सिसोदिया के द्वारा बनाए गए स्कूलों को देखना है। परेशानी यह है कि आज जो दिल्ली सरकार की लोकप्रियता पूरे देश में बढ़ रही है, अरविंद केजरीवाल और आम आदमी पार्टी की लोकप्रियता पूरे देश में बढ़ रही है, उससे बौखला कर यह कार्रवाई की जा रही है।
अरविंद केजरीवाल और मनीष सिसोदिया का यह मानना है कि यह सारा मामला जो है राजनीतिक द्वेष से किया जा रहा है, तो आप न्यायालय क्यों नहीं गए? सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के भी दरवाजे आप खटखटा सकते थे और उच्च न्यायालय के भी आप दरवाजे खटखटा सकते थे।
With two of their ministers out of action, the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi is crippled, especially with Sisodia handling 18 departments. Aam Aadmi Party is facing an even bigger political challenge. A party founded to fight corruption is now accused of the same crime. The party has put up a brave face, refusing to drop ministers. But can they come out of this crisis unscathed? Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's raise the big questions on the top of the news today. Is this the biggest setback to the Aam Aadmi Party since its inception 10 years ago? Central agencies gunning for the non-BJP opposition? Is this a blow now to Kejriwal's national ambitions? Just some of the questions that we will raise. Joining me now is Jasmine Shah, the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. Onika Mehrotra is a Congress spokesperson, and Shazia Ilmi, BJP spokesperson, was once with the Aam Aadmi Party. I'm going to first start with what happened with Manish Sisodia. And let me put up a graphic as to why this is possibly, as I've called it, the biggest blow to AAP since its inception. Why does Sisodia matter? He's Arvind Kejriwal's most trusted man. It's virtually been his right-hand man for the last 10 years. He's handled all the major departments, 18 departments under him. He runs the Delhi government. As a result, Arvind Kejriwal could go across the country campaigning. Number 2 in AAP and was an emerging brand. He was the face of what the AAP called its Delhi model, the Delhi education policy. He was, and we believe it could hit the AAP's national plans if his image is affected, because it also prevents Kejriwal from spreading across the country. Let me ask this to Jasmine Shah. Jasmine Shah, do you agree with my proposition that this is the biggest setback to the Aam Aadmi Party since its inception 10 years ago? You claimed you were anti-corruption and your main leader is being arrested for corruption.
Certainly not, Rajdeep. BJP is now a master at playing the strategy that buy them. If you cannot buy them, bend them with the threat of CBI and ED. And if you cannot bend them, then arrest them. And by taking this action, by completely breaking laws, by no legal precedents, by jailing the Deputy CM of Delhi, Aam Aadmi Party today is clearly the only opposition that BJP considers. Today,
No, 1 minute, Mr. Shah. What is the law? What is the law which is being broken here? No, 1 minute. There is nothing in the law that prevents a deputy chief minister from being arrested. So what is the law which is being broken, Mr. Jasmine Shah?
Rajdeep, it is very clear. The entire argument, what is the argument CBI is making? CBI is saying that no, there is a purported scam that has happened and we would like to investigate you. For the last 10 months, Mr. Sisodia has cooperated. Every time he has been called, he has gone and he has cooperated, answered whatever questions were asked. His house has been raided, his office has been raided, his lockers have been opened up. But still the BJP and their puppet agencies, which is CBI and ED, are saying कि नहीं 10,000 crore का घोटाला हो गया. Not a single rupee has been traced to Mr. Manish Sisodia. And now they are saying that, he's not cooperating and therefore we would like to arrest him. You have not proven any charges in the court. You have not shown that how Mr. Sisodia is not cooperating. Just by saying that he is not accepting our allegations and therefore he is not cooperating, that has become today the joke and abuse of law.
Mr. Jasmine Shah, but Mr. Jasmine Shah, let's look at the charges. Undue benefits to liquor sellers, a commission paid according to the CBI, changing the policy without the LG's nod that gave these retailers huge benefits, a waiver of 143.46 crores to liquor lobby, license fee refunded to retail defaulters, loss of revenue as a result to exchequer, destroying phones where in a bid to conceal digital evidence. These are the charges, among others, being listed. Your argument when you face these charges, these are very specific charges that are being made.
Rajdeep, these charges are not being made for the first time. For the last 1 year, almost 10 months, I must say, ever since CBI has gotten into action, these questions have been asked. And for all of these, there are answers. I'll tell you, there have been questions about the allegation that there is something faulty with the policy itself. Let me tell the viewers of your show that the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi approved the excise policy, not once, twice. The file during the framing of the excise policy went once. LG asked some 10-15 changes to be made, which were made. And then again the file was sent and then he approved it. So now you are investigating all Aam Aadmi Party ministers, but you will not call the LG. You will not ask for an explanation as to why did you approve XYZ charges are being leveled. It is very clearly as black and white.
Is it true or not that the profit margin was raised from 5% to 12% for the liquor cartel, that an import fee of 50 rupees per case of beer was removed, that a 30 crore deposit was refunded to the airport license bidder?
Rajdeep, sitting on this show, if we are going to settle all the legal arguments and what processes and norms were followed, everything was followed, everything was done as per due procedure. Everything was done where, there is a chain of officials that is always involved in any department. And again, I'm saying that the file was sent to the LG twice and the LG approved it. That is how the policy was rolled out. This is nothing but an eyewash. This is only a measure today to say that Aam Aadmi Party is the principal challenger for BJP. We need to fix them, quote unquote, and therefore let's make something out of nothing. Let's ensure that, we abuse the agency. I'll give a very interesting statistic. In the last 8 years of Modi rule, 95% of all political cases investigated by CBI has been done on opposition.
I'll come to that. I'm going to come to that. I have a separate graphic. I have a separate graphic. Hold your horses. I will come to that. But I want before that Shazia Ilmi to respond. Shazia Ilmi, do you believe that the Aam Aadmi Party has a case when they say, look, Manish Sisodia has been targeted? For the last 6 months, various raids have taken place on Manish Sisodia's house. So far, we have not heard of any disproportionate assets with Mr. Sisodia. In all these raids, the CBI has not come out with evidence of disproportionate assets with Manish Sisodia. Do you believe that the Aam Aadmi Party has a case to suggest that this is pure vendetta?
I think, good evening Rajdeep, I really think and believe and know, having been an insider, that Aam Aadmi Party is extremely corrupt. I know it's all being exposed now, but this is something I know of and various others who were part of the team for a long, long time. The fact of the matter is that the pace at which they have amassed ill-begotten wealth is like probably the fastest if you look at the corruption and the history of corruption.
No, where is the disproportionate assets, ma'am? Those are rhetorical statements.
It was born.
Ma'am, 1 minute. One minute. What is being suggested is 85% of the electoral bonds go to the BJP. Those are opaque bonds. The remaining money is being divided by other parties. They are looking for sources of revenue.
Yes.
Where is the disproportionate assets? Can you show me disproportionate assets accumulated by Mr. Sisodia?
No, I tell you what I can show. I found the justification of all that has been done and the obfuscation by Jasmine Shah rather cute. And I tell you why. If the policy was so good, why was it revoked? And you mentioned just a figure of 144 crores, but I want to ask if the sale and consumption of alcohol, if it's a sale of wine, which was 60%, 59% more, and 80% in the case of whiskey, why was the excise reduced and there was a loss to the exchequer, Delhi exchequer, of 193 crores? Why was the old policy, which did not allow manufacturers to be retailers, allowed? Why were the blacklisted companies preferred? Why was a policy made in the first place, replacing the old one, and the blueprint shared with the same players, and all of them are in the jail.
Okay,
I'm
you
talking about
raise
Vijay Nair.
very important questions, which
I'm
I
talking
think
about Dinesh Arora, who is now
Sure.
speaking and singing like a canary and giving information.
Sure.
No, I have real facts to present to you.
No, you're raising important questions.
Rajdeep, you'd be kind enough
Jasmine
to
Shah has
hear
to
me out.
answer today.
So these are, instead of being all over the place, they can just answer. Why did you start the policy and revoke it? Why was there loss to exchequer? Why was the commission fees, the rate increased from 2% to 12%? What is the kickback story? Why were the phones destroyed? And so
Jasmine
many of
Shah,
them,
Shazia Almi, now
phones,
Jasmine Shah must
and all
answer the basic
these are very
question.
real things.
If your
This is the
policy was so
evidence.
good, just a minute,
And this is
ma'am.
the money
No,
trail,
ma'am, you
the
must
digital
wait.
money trail.
Producer, if your policy was so good, why was it revoked? Is the central question being asked. And the fact is, people have been arrested around Mr. Sisodia, who apparently, according to CBI sources, are claiming that many of these changes were made at the level of Mr. Sisodia to give undue benefits to specific retailers. So the CBI claims they've got a chain.
Rajdeep, you will bear me out that these are the same questions. ये जो बोलते हैं घिसी पिटी एक script BJP spokesperson have been repeating for the past 1 year. I have been on hundreds of shows, answered each of these questions, and if they are not willing to listen, sorry, I don't think that we should be wasting a lot of time going through the same list of questions. I'll still answer one question, Rajdeep, that you asked. I will answer now. I'll come to the question you said. Why did
the courts, the police has arrested people, and those people have not got bail from the courts. So the courts seem to be accepting prima facie the CBI's argument.
It is not the case. There is always in CBI, whenever CBI has asked for remand, and we know this is a script, Rajdeep. Who are we fooling here? We know the script that CBI will say that cooperate nahi kar rahe. By that it means that the allegations I am throwing at you, you are not accepting. Therefore, आप cooperate नहीं कर रहे हो. पहले 5 दिन की रिमांड देंगे, फिर 10 दिन की रिमांड देंगे, फिर judicial custody देंगे. I mean, this is how you abuse the process of law. BJP has become a master at it. I credit them for being
you're
such
not
a master
answering
at
my
it. But in
question.
the process, they are breaking the
How
trust
do you
and
explain
faith
the
people
fact
have.
that all those who've been arrested in this case are not getting bail? So clearly they see prima facie the CBI and ED has been able to build a case.
Many people have been arrested in ED, in the PMLA law. We know how draconian it is in terms of how difficult it is to get a bail. And please, let's not put the cart before the horse. Let the court announce the verdict and then start calling and alleging or saying ki, these are the people who are guilty. Who is BJP today and their puppet agencies? Today we know that CBI and ED are only dancing at the tunes of these of their political masters. Rajdeep, many of the officers, the honest officers inside these agencies, tell us that the tremendous amount of political pressure, almost the entire agency today has been behind Aam Aadmi Party. There is no Adani scam to be investigated anymore. There are no other corporate scams. There is, and BJP washing machine leaders, Narayan Rane.
I will not answer the question.
All of these people are non-issued at all.
Okay,
so why did you
revoke the policy? 1 minute, Jasmine, why did you revoke the policy then?
Rajdeep, you are very much aware that this question has been answered. I'll repeat it for the one more time with the assurance that you will not ask again because you've already heard it 100 times.
No,
the day it was repealed, Mr. Manish Sisodia, as a responsible minister, gave a press conference as to why we are repealing it. It was repealed because after the current LG came to Delhi, he initiated a CBI investigation. And after the investigation started, the next year of tenders under the policy were to be given out. All the officers drew back, saying we will not implement this policy anymore because there is an investigation underway.
Okay.
अगर हम implement करेंगे तो हम पर भी investigation होगा. That is the reason, because of the LG's action, we had to take back this policy.
So
and
you're putting the ball in the LG's court, saying because of the LG's action you revoke the policy. Onika Mehrotra, you're listening to AAP and BJP slugging it out. Where does the Congress stand? Do you believe Manish Sisodia is a victim of vendetta, or do you believe that the chickens have come home to roost?
Rajdeep sir, if you remember, on 3rd of June 2021, it was a Congress who sent a complaint to the commissioner, a Delhi commissioner, and henceforth we went and met Rajdeep Puri sir also regarding the issue. We categorically mentioned that there are flaws in the policy, and we have been debating that for more than over a year. It is evidently clear, Rajdeep sir, that the ED, CBI, and income tax, you can see from after 2014 and before 2014, from 300 to 3,000 cases, and conviction rate 0.5%. So that clearly shows how arm twisting the BJP does.
Is it
Operation
vendetta?
Lotus.
Is it vendetta or corruption,
Hold on.
ma'am?
Sir, I'm coming to that, sir. So now
You don't
it
have to
depends
serve
on the
me.
case. No, sir. You see, these very anti-corruption crusaders, if you remember distinctly, Rajdeep, sir, they said Sheila ji Imandar. Didn't they do that? They tarnished her image. And 8 years down the line, not a single charge frame against her. And on the other hand, this very Aam Aadmi Party, with the tag of Imandari, have got the minister in the jail, sir. So that's clear that yes, that there has been corruption. Let the court decide. If they claim that they are, Andolan se uthi party, let them fight it out.
You know,
Why are they shying away from it?
that Jasmine Shah, before I come to Shazia Ilmi, is the central question. You all came to power, ye corrupt hai, wo corrupt hai, Sheila ji corrupt hai, CWG mein paisa banaya. That time you all built your reputation on those allegations. Now when allegations are made, you are saying it's vendetta. Therefore, the argument, chickens have come home to roost.
Absolutely not, Rajdeep. We are not saying the moment you see politics mein allegations hote rahenge. We are not saying that this is vendetta when you're making allegations. We are saying that when you're harassing and jailing innocent people without any kind of a substantive evidence, we are saying ab court mein jaiye. Please put your evidence in front of the court. Let the legal process take over.
that's
if the
what's
court
happening.
announces a verdict, it will be acceptable.
But that's what's happening.
But
They have gone to the court.
That's what's happening.
No. To
That's
arrest
what's happening.
the deputy
Hello,
chief
where are you
minister,
living,
tell me,
Jasmine? This is exactly what's happening.
This is nothing but a blatant abuse of law, and it is showing the desperation and the intoxication of power that the BJP has.
Okay.
It has today virtually announced that
these are
it has
just
only
words.
Arvind Kejriwal
These are just words.
and
These
Aam
are-
Aadmi
no,
Party
these are
to
very-
fear.
no,
It
these
has
are platitudes.
absolutely
Okay,
have
one
nothing
minute,
to
one
say.
minute, one minute,
And
Shazia,
every
one by
week
one.
there is a new
Standard.
scam that they
Shazia,
keep
one by
unleashing.
one. I'm coming to you. Okay, Shazia Ilmi, you're saying these are words. This is rhetoric that the Aam Aadmi Party is using. Let me just, in a way, provide some facts. And I want you, Shazia, to respond to this. Because the one strong argument that they have is look at the way in those who have aligned with the BJP are accused. 300 crore money laundering case against Narayan Rane. He's a union minister. Probe stopped after he joined the BJP. Shuvendu Adhikari, accused in Narda case, probe stopped after he joined the BJP. Hemanta Biswa Sarma, accused in bribery scandal, probe stopped after he joined the BJP. Bhavna Gowli, MP of the Shinde Sena, skipped 5 ED summons, now chief whip of the Shinde Sena in Lok Sabha. Yashwant Jadhav and his wife, couple under ED probe for FEMA violation with the Shinde Sena. We don't know what's happened to the case. Anand Arsul, same thing. I can go on and on. Pratap Sarnaik, raided by ED when he was with Shiv Sena, now with Shinde Sena, case is closed. Arjun Khotkar, and we can go on and on. B.S. Yediyurappa, today felicitated by the Prime Minister. So the question arises is this. It is not rule of law, it is rule of power.
Yeah.
You're misusing the agencies to target the opposition. Kripa Shankar Singh, moment he switched to you, case gone.
I got it.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I got it. The first time you began this question, because that's what we keep getting all the time. Now,
It's a fair question.
What do we see when these raids happen? What did we see in West Bengal? Did we see... No, it's a fair question. Rajdeep, it's a fair question. And I'll answer as I do all the time. So, did we see the stashes and mountains of cash? Or did we not? We saw them in West Bengal, right? We saw what happened. As for these cases that you mentioned, every case is different. And I can go into details.
No,
it's about
how are they different? How are they different? How is someone who is summoned by the ED, the summons stop the moment they switch to the BJP? The BJP becomes a laundry machine.
To the opposition. But conversely, Rajdeep, I'm answering you. Conversely, by the same logic, does it mean that if you belong to the opposition, you can indulge in corruption?
Of course not.
Does
I
it
agree.
mean that?
You
Does
cannot.
it mean you can get away and nobody will act against you?
No, you
and
cannot.
Also, let's going to all the names you took. Let's go over it. Let's go over the point you made and the question asked. Now, if there is actually evidence in place that they're being let off, Nobody stops. I mean, Aam Aadmi Party was an expert in this. I mean, tell me about it. I was a founder member and part of the India Against Corruption. They were experts in going to. You can go to a police station. You can raise it elsewhere. You can make changes in the.
Shazia Ilmi, that's being disingenuous. अरे मेरे पास ED, now 1 minute, madam. मेरे पास ED है, मेरे पास CBI है. So what do I do?
Give me 30 seconds.
How do I go to a police station? मेरे पास ED है, मेरे पास CBI है.
I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question.
BJP has
You have
lost
to
all the
allow-
space.
No, ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
You know, if you are
ऐसा
a
कुछ नहीं.
BJP leader,
it's again
the
a
Aam
very
Aadmi has to
cute and a
investigate. If
simplistic
you're an
way
opposition leader,
to
CBI
run away
needs
No,
from
1 minute,
it.
Jasmine.
I
No,
don't
Jasmine,
think
no,
it's a
you
little
must
bit
allow
of
her
a-
to complete.
No, I don't think it's technical. No, let me finish.
All
Let me
these
finish. I was not able
examples.
to finish, Rajdeep, because you interjected.
Ma'am, these are very
So
serious
one is
examples.
They can very well go to court. They can go to a police station saying that. But
How do I go to the
they-
police
they
station
what
when the
stops
ED
you,
is
Rajdeep?
closing the
What stops
case?
any of them to go to court? How can you show evidence? Show evidence of what's happening.
Ma'am,
Why
evidence
don't you
was
show
shown by the
evidence of what's
ED.
happening?
Evidence in these
Like you
cases
did
was
during
shown
Aam
by
Aadmi
the
Party
ED. The
time.
moment they
Do you
switched
remember-
sides, the
do you
evidence, the
remember
case
PILs
was
that were
closed.
done? Do you remember the PILs? Do you remember the Rafale matter? Do you remember the Rafale matter? Congress party did go, and what came out of it?
Fire.
Okay,
Do you remember that?
this is the
Long-
week,
so long back.
ma'am.
Same
But
time.
Now coming
okay.
back to
Two sides
no,
of
coming
same
back to
coin.
this corruption that you're talking about, old and new old and new. Now the fact of the matter is, this does not take away the fact that there was not just irregularities but actual blatant corruption happening in the case of Satyendra Jain. In the case of Manish Sisodia and the
There was
accomplices were there
brazen
in
corruption
jail.
also
You
in
were
the
not
land
able to answer
scams of
questions.
Karnataka. There
What
was
does it
brazen
mean?
corruption
No,
in
what
the
does it
land
mean?
scams
Does it
of
mean that you can
Karnataka.
get
There was
away
brazen
with
corruption in the
You can
extortion
indulge in
rackets in
corruption whenever
Maharashtra,
you
but no
want.
one touches them.
You can-
But
you
you
can
make a
indulge
good
in,
point.
greasing
Mr.
of the
Jasmine
of the
Shah,
commission.
just a minute.
You can
Mr.
steal
Jasmine
the Delhi
Shah,
revenue and the Delhi
Mr.
people
Jasmine
of the
Shah,
wealth
whether
and
you are in
use
opposition or
excise.
government,
Oh, come on.
just a
This
minute,
is
ma'am.
another kind of logic.
Just a minute. Corruption is corruption, Jasmine Shah. The Delhi liquor policy case is not just about Manish Sisodia. There is as I said, a chain which has been established between Delhi and Telangana. Now, you can argue that it is vendetta. What we are being told by our sources is that before the Punjab and Goa elections, you are looking for cash. This was the way you got your cash. Now, the BJP gets its cash from electoral bonds, and that's another debate that they monopolize the cash. But you also get cash, and you got it through the liquor scam. That's the argument. That's the case which is being made.
Rajdeep, I will certainly answer this question, but let me just repeat what I heard Shazia saying, because I am
No,
shocked
you answer
and
my
I am
question.
stunned at what she has said. She has actually said that if a BJP leader is caught having corruption, then as an Aam Aadmi, you do your investigation and you file the complaint and you chase the courts. But if an opposition person, if we have to even make a blind allegation, then entire CBI and ED will be put. She is admitted to that on national air today. Thank you, Shazia, for making your position clear. As far as these allegations that
I did no
Rajdeep, you
such
refer
thing.
to are concerned,
No. I did no such
BJP
thing.
has
she
been
did not do that,
repeating
but go
these
ahead.
empty conversations
And how
right
twisted you
from
are.
the day one. In the
No, nobody
last
said
10
that.
months, they've been repeating this. My question is simple, Rajdeep. First of all, no two BJP leaders agree कि ये कितना बड़ा scam है. कोई 10,000 करोड़ बोलता है तो कोई 10 लाख बोलता है, कोई 50 करोड़ बोलता है. They have no number. Second, अगर 10,000 करोड़ का scam है तो कहां पे रखा है? For 10 months, CBI, ED, these are powerful agencies. Thousands of officers are working on it. Where is the money? You've not been able to show the money, and then you say, कि
They
नहीं,
say,
नहीं,
they
नहीं,
say
आपने
off
वो
the record the
percentage
money
change
was
कर दिया,
used
ये
for
कर दिया.
elections. They say off the record money was used for elections.
Even in election, you are saying that the ECI and the agencies of the country cannot raise expenditure during elections. Then you are yourself accepting that we do not have a proper law and order system.
Okay,
Obviously, if these huge amounts are being spent, Rajdeep, there will be some trail. You will have to show evidence.
Okay,
You cannot
so
say,
you're
"नहीं, इसने ये कहा, इसने ये कहा," and
saying
therefore you are all correct.
until there is a conviction from courts, do not presume us to be guilty. The law of the land is innocent till proven guilty. But Oinika Mehrotra, I found it very interesting. The Congress party seems to be rejoicing in AAP's discomfiture. That when the ED turns to Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, National Herald, you cry vendetta. Now when it is Aam Aadmi Party, you're saying, "Acha hai, aur karo." How
Never,
explain
never.
this? You seem to be happy.
They raised the issue, Rajdeep. Do you know that?
Rajiv sir, and at the opening remark, I said that ED, CBI, they have been arm twisting by the present regime, and how they have increased from 300 cases to 3,000 cases. I began with that. But having said that, sir, a party who said anti-corruption, Lokpal, will not bear zero tolerance on corruption, now hides behind the garb of education. You're talking about liquor policy, they'll say my education is very good. Imagine the education minister who's hailed, glorified, the American president's wife comes here, sends his own child abroad to study. So you practice what you preach. They don't do that. It's high time. We've been saying this, that the BJP and AAP actually, sir, we've been saying this and it's proven now are two sides of the same coin. So one goes does the money power, muscle power.
Jasmine
Yes,
Shah, somewhere you have to accept that this has been an image hit. You cannot deny that. You're an honest man. Your reputation is that you are an anti-corruption party. Now you've got your health minister in jail and he's not got bail for 7 months. Manish has now gone to jail. You've got Vijay Nair, who was your communications in charge, in jail. You can't say this has not been an image hit. And there are reports that even Mr. Kejriwal will now be questioned.
Rajdeep, we have been now in politics for 10 years. Aam Aadmi Party has just finished 10 years. We have been the fastest growing national party in 10 years. In this 10 years, 175 plus cases have been put on almost all the entire leadership of AAP, including 40 of our MLAs in Delhi. Whenever the courts decided any of these cases, in each and every case, without exception, the case has been thrown out and the kind of choices of words have been given to the prosecution agencies. I would say today it is a badge of honor that if BJP is forgetting all other opposition space, going hammer and tongs only after Aam Aadmi Party, it shows only one thing, that you have only one party and one man to fear as far as the future of BJP is concerned, and that is Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, so you believe that this will actually give you all a boost. I want a final word from you, Shazia Ilmi. आपने एक सवाल का जवाब मुझे नहीं दिया. When will I see the ED landing at Narayan Rane's door? When will I see the ED landing at Yediyurappa's door? When will I see the ED landing at Kripa Shankar's door? In Goa, Maharashtra and Karnataka, there is no enforcement directorate. Are we to say that enforcement directorate only operates in opposition ruled states? थोड़ा तो public को बताइए. ये public है, ये सब जानती है. शाजिया इल्मी अंदर क्या है, बाहर क्या है, सब पहचानती है.
जी बिल्कुल, पब्लिक सब जानती है और पब्लिक ये भी जानती है कि किस तरह का करप्शन हुआ है दिल्ली में और बाकायदा सबूतों के साथ. जहाँ तक आपने इन सब लोगों की बात की जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी में अब हैं, आई डोंट थिंक दैट एनी केस can be diluted or made to twisted to serve them better. Laws remain the same for all whatsoever. The fact of the matter is that any of these, if there is any wrongdoing,
a court ordered Narayan Rane's illegal construction to be demolished. It's not been touched.
I remember being in Aam Aadmi Party. I remember being in Aam Aadmi Party.
Ma'am, let's have honesty on all sides.
I remember being in Aam Aadmi Party and going. We used to go and raise these issues. Tell me what prevents anybody, including the media, from talking about any specific case and how it has been diluted? The fact of the matter is that charge sheets are being done according to evidence that has been found. And I don't think
I agree with you, ma'am. I agree entirely. I will ask you one last time. When will I see? I agree with you. The Aam Aadmi Party must face their deserts. But when will a Neta who's corrupt from the ruling party in Karnataka,
or anybody, even in West Bengal, when we found stashes of notes, this is the argument that is used. The fact of the matter is corruption is corruption.
Okay, corruption is corruption. Today it's the Aam Aadmi Party which must face the heat.
Does not mean that you can indulge in anything and keep using these names to justify your own.
I'm not justifying. My argument was this country must have a rule of law, not a rule of power. We want, as citizens, everyone who's involved in corruption to be prosecuted. It cannot be that when I change sides, I become a washing machine and my charges are dropped. The AAP must face the charges and the AAP must face the courts of the country. So should Congress, so should BJP. At the moment, BJP leaders are not facing these charges because the moment they switch over, it is washed over. As I said, ye public hai, ye sab janti hai. Let's leave it to the ED to at least recover a bit of a backbone along with the CBI. You must prosecute all. You are IPS officers. Follow what your conscience tells you. Think about it. Let's turn from the heat of what's happening in Delhi to what's happening in the Northeast. Time for our exit poll findings. Okay, Meghalaya and Nagaland voted today, concluding the elections of the Northeast. The vote shares of the parties first, as per the Axis My India exit poll. BJP 45% in Tripura, Left plus Congress 32%, Tipra Mota, the party of the tribal areas, 20%, others 3%. How is this translating into seats in the 60-member assembly? As per the poll, BJP plus 36 to 45, Left plus Congress 6 to 11, Tipra Mota 9 to 16, others 0. BJP, as per the Axis My India poll, set to return to par in Nagaland. In Tripura. In Nagaland now, NDPP, the ruling party of Nephew Rio, and BJP 49 out of 60, landslide victory as per the exit poll. Congress just 10. In Congress 1 actually, we should 10%, 49%, 10% Congress, NPF 13, others 28. In terms of seat share, NDPP plus BJP 38 to 48, Congress 1 to 2, NPF 3 to 8, others 5 to 15. So a major win again for the ruling Nephew Rio government with the BJP. Meghalaya vote share first, NPP of Conrad Sangma 29%, Congress 19%, TMC 16, BJP 14, UDP 11, others 11. In terms of seat share, we predict NPP 18 to 24, Congress 6 to 12, TMC 5 to 9, BJP 4 to 8, UDP 8 to 12, others 4 to 8. Well, the man who's put his reputation once again on the line is Pradeep Gupta of Axis My India. Welcome, Pradeep. What's the big picture? Because it seems you're predicting a clear victory for the BJP in Tripura, Nagaland, NDPP, BJP, and Meghalaya hung assembly. What is the big trend you've noticed, particularly in Tripura, because the exit polls, some of them are predicting a hung assembly there?
So, Rajdeep, as you may ask for what is the big picture is, which is very clear and straightforward. No government can be repeated without performance or the development, which is very clear across the board, across the country. That is one. But on the other hand, the opposition votes is splitting and making likes of BJP very easy. In fact, because of that, opposition is getting decimated. Now turn one by one Tripura. Now, what is the scene in Tripura? Though BJP vote share, the combined vote share of BJP plus from last time to this time has reduced by 6%. Earlier they had 51%, now 45%. But what had happened on the other side of the table? Prajot formed his own party, Tipra Mota, and opposition votes get split and BJP is rampant.
So in Tripura, Tipra Mota, the party standing for a separate tribal state, in a way, state within a state, or Tipra, Greater Tipra land is dividing the opposition vote. That's helping the BJP. Plus a Bengali consolidation is taking place.
Despite of reduction in BJP's vote share than last time to this time. Now come to the Nagaland.
Yes.
Now Nagaland also, the clear story of last time NPF won 26 seats.
Yes.
And combined BJP and NDPP only 29 seats. There was only 3 seats difference and vote percentage hardly 2%. But what had happened after that? After winning 26 seats, 21 MLAs of NPF joined NDPP, meaning leaving
so
no
the opposition is completely vanquished. Let's turn to Meghalaya very quickly.
Meghalaya is also the same story. Last time Congress was the #1 party with 21 seats. Now, Congress is also splitted into TMC and Mukul Sangma walk away with 12 MLAs, meaning straight sharp split, dividing the votes, and the consistency where only 30,000 voters is there, 6 party, meaning it's a cakewalk for NPP and UDP and BJP, wherever, whoever.
So you're saying the big story of the Northeast is the failure of the opposition to unite has made it that much easier for either the BJP or its allies to benefit from that split, and that is the big story. Very quickly.
Without development, nothing, all these things
welfare schemes are doing well.
Welfare schemes is doing phenomenally good, and most importantly, out of this total 8 state, Assam plus 7, we say 1 brother, 7 sisters, out of 8, BJP is ruling in 4 states. with alliance in two states, meaning 75% of even northeastern states except Sikkim and Mizoram.
And I want to also say, as you can watch in our data on the exit poll on our website, among women voters, the BJP does even better.
Yes.
And that's a factor we are seeing.
8% more.
8% more
Than
in
male.
Tripura in particular. So those are some of the factors. We'll of course have more extensive coverage on the 2nd of March when the results come in. Pradeep Gupta, as always, is willing to stick his neck out. I am not. Okay, let's turn from there to a state which is going to the polls in a few months, the big state of Karnataka. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, back on the campaign trail, was in Shivamoga today to inaugurate a new airport there. The event stood out, though, for the bonhomie between the Prime Minister and B.S. Yediyurappa, the man who was once Chief Minister but now seemed to have been marginalized. Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai took a back seat throughout the function, a suggestion that even today the BJP needs the Yeddi factor. Take a look.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಹೋದರ ಸಹೋದರಿಯರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು.
This is the double engine that the BJP is relying on this election. Narendra Modi and B.S. Yediyurappa.
ಈ ಸ್ಮರಣ ಕಾಣಿಕೆಯ ಕೊಡುಗೆ.
Every second of the Prime Minister's Shivamoga visit was spent sending out one resounding message that B.S. Yediyurappa was, is and will be the Karnataka king for the BJP. From holding his hand and pulling him forward, to felicitating him, to getting up before and after his speech to greet him, Prime Minister Modi ensured the spotlight was firmly on Yediyurappa. And with this, it's 100% clear the BJP is completely reliant on the Lingayat strongman this election.
The historic occasion is here.
ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕ ಕ್ಷಣವಿದು.
Prime Minister Modi touched down in Yediyurappa's stronghold Shivamoga on a special occasion to inaugurate Yediyurappa's dream project on his birthday.
The entire population of Malnad will be benefited by this airport. आज कर्नाटका के लोकप्रिय जननेता बीएस येदियुरप्पा जी का जन्मदिन है. साथियों, मेरी आप सबसे एक विनती है, आप करेंगे? अगर आपके पास मोबाइल फोन है तो मोबाइल फोन निकाल करके उसकी फ्लैश लाइट शुरू करिए और येदियुरप्पा जी का सम्मान कीजिए. येदियुरप्पा जी के सम्मान में सब लोग हर एक के मोबाइल पर फ्लैश लाइट चलना चाहिए. येदियुरप्पा जी के सम्मान में चलना चाहिए.
An emotional BSY also thanked the Prime Minister for coming down to Shivamoga on his birthday.
My 80th birthday is also memorable because of you. Your precious time was allocated to inaugurate historical projects which Shivamoga district never witnessed since independence.
It wasn't just about how B.S. Yediyurappa was being placated, but also how Bommai was being neglected and sidelined. Prime Minister Modi didn't mention Bommai even once on stage. And then this video shows how the Prime Minister had eyes only for BSY and nobody else. But what do all these photo ops mean? Is the BJP merely reassuring their tallest Karnataka leader that he's still their number one? Or has a realization dawned that Bommai alone cannot win this election for them?
The blow will be present.
It seemed to be all is not well within Karnataka BJP. As Home Minister Amit Shah to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, everybody is seeking votes in the name of B.S. Yediyurappa, the strong Lingayat veteran. And what we also get to learn from B.S. Yediyurappa is that the next Chief Minister will be decided by the High Command. And he has also clarified that Basavaraj Bommai will not be the CM face. With the journalist Shivamurthy Sagairaj reporting for India Today, Shivamoga.
Yeddi is ever ready. Up next, we will be back with our good news today story. Back in a moment.
I think there's an opportunity for India particularly to work with the United States and others.
India is has the largest vaccine manufacturer in the world.
I thought if it's blowing in the wind, it's best I'm on the motorcycle. And I did 15,000 kilometers in 36 days.
Rich countries have a particular obligation to exercise their investment in innovation.
I believe that global business has the money and the power.
Improvements in the way we understand the importance of education and healthcare.
You have a greater chance of killing yourself than of being killed by any soldier or terrorist or criminal.
Welcome back. Let's turn to tonight's Get Real India story. Indore is in a state of shock after a college principal was burnt to death by a former student over a delay in getting a mark sheet. It turns out Principal Vimukti Sharma and other faculty members had written to the police informing them about threats from the suspect. The police did not act on the complaint. Now, the victim's daughter is raising her voice. Here's tonight's Get Real India story.
Fight over a mark sheet turned ugly when a former student of the DM Pharma College in Indore doused the college principal with petrol and set her on fire. Dr. Vimukta Sharma received 90% burn injuries and died a few days later at a private hospital in Indore. The police claim that the suspect, Ashutosh Srivastav, has confessed.
अभी तक का जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन बहुत ही साइंटिफिक चल रहा है. हमारे पास काफ़ी सबूत है आरोपी के खिलाफ. बदमाश टाइप का है, चतुर चालाक है. वो अपने बचाव के लिए बार बार बयान बदल रहा है, लेकिन अंततः उसने स्वीकार किया है कि उसने पेट्रोल डाल के मैडम को जो है लाइटर से आग लगाई थी.
The accused allegedly wanted his B Pharma mark sheet, which he had cleared in July 2022. People close to him claim that the college authorities refused to give him the mark sheet. The college, however, claims that they asked him repeatedly to collect his documents. Incidentally, Dr. Vimukta Sharma and other teachers had informed the police multiple times about the threats from the suspect.
प्रिंसिपल मैडम के परिवारजनों ने बताया कि हमने पहले भी इसमें शिकायत की थी. तो जब रिकॉर्ड में देखा तो 3 एक आवेदन पत्र उन्होंने दिए थे जो एएसआई संजीव तिवारी के पास पेंडिंग थे. क्योंकि यदि कोई शिकायत आवेदन पत्र आया तो उसकी जांच करना चाहिए था, तो वो जांच में उसने लापरवाही करी है संजीव ने, इसलिए हमने उनको तत्काल प्रभाव से निलंबित कर दिया गया.
College teachers are staging protest demanding quick probe.
मैं डेफिनेटली चाहती हूँ कि आगे भी कोई उनका केस ना लड़े और हमें सब लोग जस्टिस दिलाने में सपोर्ट करें, क्योंकि ये मेरी मम्मी यहाँ ऐसी बात ही नहीं है। ये एक सिंपल बात है कि एक नॉर्मल इंसान अपने काम पे गया है और वो घर वापस नहीं आता क्योंकि कोई उन्हें जिंदा जला देता है।
शिवराज सिंह चौहान जी से मैं बोलना चाहूँगा कि आपकी एक बहन इंदौर शहर में जिंदा जला दी गई है। अहिल्या माता की नगरी में पूरा देश शर्मसार है, कलंकित हुआ है। इस कलंक को धोने के लिए आपको कार्रवाई करना पड़ेगी।
The police claim that they have enough proof to nail Ashutosh Srivastav. The suspect, who was also injured in the fire, is now in police custody. With Dharmendra Kumar Singh from Indore, Bureau Report, India Today.
Absolutely shocking case there from Indore. But there is a good news story to end with. Aurangabad has got a makeover now with a record-breaking mural painting. Over 100 women have come together to finish the traditional Warli painting on its walls. The historic town is holding the Women 20 Inception meeting as part of India's presidency of the G20 forum today and tomorrow. Tonight's good news story I leave you with is from Aurangabad. You stay well, stay safe. Good night, Shubhratri, Jai Hind, Namaskar.
Warli painting, a mural art form of Maharashtra, gives Aurangabad a facelift ahead of a G20 Inception meeting. A group of 120 women painted non-stop for 6 hours to complete the artwork.
वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट शो करते हुए हम लोग ये जो प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं वारली का, वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट वारली पेंटिंग जो है, जिसका रिकॉर्ड पहले पूना में था, उसको पूना के रिकॉर्ड को ब्रेक करते हुए, उसको चैलेंज करते हुए आज हम सब लड़कियां, वी आर 120 लेडीज हियर वर्किंग फॉर दिस वारली पेंटिंग टुडे. और इसका सबसे बड़ा क्रेडिट जो जाता है, जो मेरी बहुत अच्छी फ्रेंड है, वो है नंदिनी घोडेले. ये कॉन्सेप्ट जो जहाँ से आई है, वो लड़की ने सर 21 इयर्स की लड़की है. दिस इज रियली अ मोटिवेशन टू ऑल द गर्ल्स ओवर हियर.
The work spread over 3,200 square feet will enter the India Book of Records 2024 in the social and cultural category. This painting breaks the earlier record of 3,050 square feet set by artists in Pune. I congratulate all the dignitaries, those who have taken efforts, जिन्होंने इस इवेंट को एक सक्सेसफुल बनाया है, and congratulations to Aurangabad Municipal Corporation. There were no professional artists among the 120 participants. They came from different professions like medicine, accountancy, and engineering. Bureau Report, India Today.
The biggest arrest in Delhi Liquorgate probe. But what tilted the scale against Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal's Hanuman, the number 2 in his cabinet? CBI in a release said that Sisodia was arrested for irregularities in framing and implementing the excise policy, adding that Sisodia was evasive in answering when confronted with documentary and digital proofs. CBI sources say that Sisodia gave a standard "I don't know" to most of the questions.
Sources say when Manish Sisodia was confronted with the statement given by that bureaucrat, Manish Sisodia failed to answer most of the questions pertaining to the implementation, changes in the draft policy, and most importantly, the profit margin, which was increased to 12%. Based on which the CBI decided to arrest the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi.
The confession by a top Delhi government official who served in the excise department proved clincher for CBI in arresting Sisodia. The Babu, while being questioned by CBI, termed Sisodia as the mastermind of the new liquor policy, saying that the Deputy CM had personally made changes to the controversial liquor policy. While many of the phones used to strike Liquorgate deals were allegedly destroyed, forensic tests showed that proposals were sent to the bureaucrats' mobile using WhatsApp.
सीबीआई सूत्रों का यह कहना है कि उस अधिकारी ने अपने बयान में कहा हुआ था कि जब मनीष सिसोदिया आबकारी मंत्री थे उस वक्त उन्होंने ही निर्देश दिया हुआ था शराब नीति में बदलाव करने का, और उनके ही निर्देश पर जो मुनाफा था उसे बढ़ाकर 12% कर दिया गया था, जिसका सीधा फायदा शराब व्यापारियों को हो रहा था।
Probe officials also point to the fact that suspiciously reports of an expert committee was completely changed by forming a group of ministers and concealing an earlier note. Lastly, the profit margin for liquor sellers was just 5% in the original policy. But under the new policy, it went up to 12% at the behest of the Southern Liquor Lobby. With Manish Pandey in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
When was the last time you spent time looking at wide branches of trees and the beautiful rays of the sun seep through them? Or walk barefoot on the grass, absorb the energies it brings? Sit under a tree and draw a picture of what you saw around you. Enjoy the calm of nature around you. Indulge in forest therapy.
Shinrin Yoku is literally translates to forest bathing. It is a concept which began in Japan in the 1980s, when there was a tech boom, and it went to the West later on, and then the Westerners called it forest therapy, forest bathing, nature therapy in their own way, where they did forest walks in a place where one could just immerse themselves in a natural setting.
Deepika, a forest therapy guide, has been leading these men and women into the greener spaces our cities can find to help them get in touch with themselves.
If you look at our own Indian culture, the Gurukul, times when children grew up in Gurukul systems, so I realized that we all are part of nature. Being natural beings, it's in our DNA. कहीं ना कहीं वो disconnect आ गया, हम सब थोड़ी दूर चले गए. In cities, हम लोग बस we are in a different situation or setup where we spend less time in nature and more time doing things indoors now.
Shinrin Yoku could be connecting with a leaf, hugging the tree, or enjoying the feel of the wet grass on the soles of your feet.
Even if you're going for your morning walks or walk in nature, your mind is elsewhere. It's not there present. Whole idea of this concept is कि आप जब nature में निकलो, हफ्ते में एक दिन 2 घंटे के लिए भी निकलो, लेकिन एकदम वहाँ पे आप अपने आप को उस समय महसूस करिए. With our 5 senses, क्या feel हो रहा है, क्या खुशबुएं हैं, क्या sounds हैं, चिड़ियों की आवाज़ सुने, हर चीज़ को महसूस करें.
While our cooped up lives in cities do not allow us to do what we are naturally meant to do, live with nature, in nature, forest bathing allows this opportunity, and it has a world of benefits.